Very good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 13 of semester 2. And in today's class, we will be going over a few things that will likely sum up most of the work for this semester. Okay, so in week 13, these are the things that you will need to take care of. Okay. Our lecture class, basically, Monday was a public holiday, so our lecture class couldn't actually take place on a public holiday, so we do not have a lecture class. Okay. In fact, we will be attending the tutorials on payback analysis. Also, you are requested to finish up your work on the major project, which is due next week, Sunday. And moreover, prepare for the online short test, which carries 10% towards your coursework and will be held next week as well. So you'll be given a complete week to actually go and attempt all the work for your short tests, your online short tests. And also, please try your very best to get all the work done for your major project. Okay, just give me a second, everyone. Sorry, everyone, for the interruption. Yes, so as I was talking about it earlier, okay, you'll be given complete 1 week to complete your short tests, which is next week. Now, I was also thinking that your major project is also due next week as well. So we'll see, we'll talk about it. I will put up the online short tests and it will open up on Monday. So we can talk about it in Monday's lecture class. And should you need the online short test to be shifted to week 15, it will be multiple choice questions, 20 multiple choice questions and automatically marked. So as soon as you finish up, you should be able to get your marks instantly. So if that would be the case, we can shift it to week 15, okay, whereby you can use up the entire of next week for your major project, get everything done and sorted and get it submitted well before Sunday, week 15 till Thursday. I might give you time to actually go and prepare and attempt your short tests. Okay, so that is something that we'll talk about in next week's class. Now, this week we have a bit of work that we have to complete. Now, we have already completed our lecture notes. We do not have any more lecture notes that needs to be discussed or that we need to go over in our lecture classes. In fact, we are left with two things. One is the payback analysis, and there's an extended version of payback analysis whereby we find the net present value, return on investment, and we also find out few more things that half of it we will be discussing in next week's lecture class. I will need you to understand these, whatever we'll be going over in today's class, very, very properly, and then we can move on to the extended version. So I've got two exercises. So these two exercises, we will discuss it together in the class today, and I'll give you two more attempts, two more exercises, which I will be adding on, from which you should be able to get well versed with payback analysis, and we should be able to get well versed with cumulative costs and cumulative benefits and the payback period. All right. Now, without further delays, let's go and start our work on this. So what I'm going to do is I will go and take this over to a Excel worksheet. Okay. So now it comes in very properly. I might need to readjust the columns, okay, a bit here and there. Otherwise, it looks good. All right, and this should be here. The Y is missing. Double click to auto fit. Okay. And I need to align this properly. All right. Now, also, what is the initial cost of the system? So I will write it down. Initial costs. The initial cost is basically the cost that it incurred to purchase the system. In this case, is $20,000. So I will write down 20,000 here as well. Now, also please note your thousands, 10,000, so 10 space and a 3 zeros. Likewise for 8,000, 5,000, 15,000. And here as well, we'll adjust it accordingly. Looks good. Okay. There is some additional rows that I would like to remove. Also, I'll remove the blank row as well. So I can bold it up and these can be adjusted again. All right. So it looks good so far. So next up, what we'll do is we'll go and find out what all are the cumulative costs. Now, this example is very much the same as what we had done over in last week's tutorial class. Okay, but last week, most of you weren't available. I think there was a power failure in Lotoga, and also we had gone over it very, very quickly. So let's go over it in a very slow-paced manner so that you get well-versed with what things are. Now, year zero is basically the year in which you will go and buy the system. So where you have year zero, always your initial cost will be put down under costs. So 20,000, that's the cost of the system. So cumulative cost, that means all the combined costs at the moment is just the cost of the system. So that's 20,000. Next up, you put in an equal sign. So to actually get the cumulative cost for year one, so your cumulative cost for year zero plus the cost for year one gives you C2 plus B3. This is fine. Give me a second, people. Give me a second, very, very quickly. Okay. Now, why it is not calculating is because I had copied the contents from Moodle, so I might need to type it down manually. Okay, pardon me for that, people, because I need the formulas to go in so that it becomes easy for me to do calculations. So let's try this. For example, you have 20,000 and equals to, click on this. Now this, okay, that works. So I put in 10,000 here is equals to 20,000 plus click on I3. Now it works. It's just that I had copied from Moodle, that's why it's not working well. So let's go and readjust this very, very carefully. Now something went wrong again. Okay, so it's the space that is causing an error. Okay, if I would remove this space from here, it works. Okay, so this is where the error is. Okay, so works now. And I do not need any decimal points. Alrighty. So let's do it again. So to find the cumulative cost for year 0. So equal sign, that's how you start your formula, and click on cell B2, and that gives a value 20,000. Next up, to find the cumulative cost for year 1, this is year 1. So your cumulative cost for year 0 plus the cost for year 1. So year 0 plus the cost for year 1 gives you a total of 30,000. To find the cumulative cost for year 2, now what we get is the total cumulative cost for year 1 plus the cost for year 2 gives you a total value of 38,000. Okay, works. Next up is year 3. So in here, you'll find the cumulative value for year 3 by adding the total cumulative cost for year 2 plus the cost of year 3 gives you a value of 43,000. Next up, for year 4, total cumulative cost for year 3 plus cost for year 4 gives you 58,000. Next up, year 5, total cumulative cost for year 4 plus total costs for year 5, which is this, and that is your total cumulative cost. Now, cumulative cost basically means the total cost that is incurred for that specific year. So in total, in a span of 5 years, the system is incurring a total cost of 63,000. Okay, do have a look at this. It was bought for $20,000, but just because it has gone through some yearly based cost, so now the total accumulated costs is $63,000. The very same thing we are going to do for the cumulative benefits as well. First of all, I need to go and remove the space because this space ends up giving a value error. So let's go and eliminate this. Okay, next up. Now, cumulative benefits for year 1 equal to, click on the benefits. Total cumulative benefits for year, this one was year 0, by the way. So this is year 1. So total cumulative benefits for year 0 plus 15,000, which is the benefit for year 1. Now you must be thinking, why some benefits for year 0? Now, some benefits could be as you replace the system you had, basically right-size the organization. When we say right-size, probably you have removed some staffs or some employees. So that may start giving you benefits straight away. Okay, so that's why we have $10,000 for year 0. Now, sometimes if you are a very big company, you introduce a new system, you may have sponsors coming in. So that's where those money is coming in, okay, for year 0. Now, total cumulative benefit for year 2 equals to, and then total cumulative benefits for year 1 plus benefits for year 2 gives you a total of 31,000. To find the total cumulative benefits for year 5, sorry, not year 5, but year 3 is total benefits for year 2 plus the benefit for year 3, which gives you 41,000. Next up is total benefits for year 3 plus the benefits for year 4 gives you cumulative benefits of $49,000 for year 4. To find the cumulative benefit for year 5, equal sign, and then total benefits for year 4 plus $20,000, that's the benefit for year 5, $69,000 in total. Now, let's have a look at the question. So the question says, calculate cumulative costs, calculate cumulative benefits. Now, we have done that. Next up is, what is the payback period? Okay, So what is the payback period? Over here, we want to know in which year does the system actually cater you in such a way it covers up the total entire cost and starts giving you benefit only. So if you look at year 0, you have cumulative cost of $20,000 and a benefit of $10,000. So cost is still more. Now you need to find a balance whereby both would be of the equal price or equal costs. And then cumulative cost for year 1 is $30,000, benefit is 25. So you're still down by $5,000. Over here, your cost increases to 38, benefit is 31. Cost is still up. You need to find a balance between the two. Next up, you have cumulative cost, which is $43,000, and the benefit is 41, still down by $2,000. Next up, year 4, your cost is $58,000 and benefit is $49,000, still down. Benefit is still down. Your benefit needs to equal to the cost. Now, if you look at the next year, year 5, $63,000 is the cumulative cost. Now your benefit is $69,000. In this case, what happens is basically your benefits exceed the cost. That means somewhere in between year 4 and year 5, that's where you have a payback period. That means $63,000 is equal to $63,000. Now we need to find out exactly which month of the year. Now this may be a bit confusing and bit daunting, so you need to hear me out very, very properly. So the values we're looking at is you're looking at $63,000, you're looking at $69,000, and you're also looking at $49,000. So these are the 3 values that you will work around things with. So one, what you will do is you will need to go and find out the difference between cumulative benefits for year 1, okay, and cumulative costs year 1. All right. So in this case, what you'll do is you'll go and find out what is the difference between the two. So 63,000 minus 49,000. Now I'm not typing in 63,000 and 49,000. I'm picking up the cell references, and the difference is $14,000. So the difference between the 49,000 and 63 is $14,000. So somewhere after you have gone past the 4th year and let's say you have entered the 5th year already, in between that, that's where your total cost has been covered up. So we need to go and exactly find the month. So step 2 is, next up, you need to go and calculate what is the monthly benefit between year 5 and year 4. So benefit year 5 minus benefit year 4. Okay, so we'll go and do that. Equals to 69,000 minus 49,000. Now, why do we do this? So that we can easily go and figure out what is the total benefit between the year, which is 20,000 here. Okay, you also get the value there as well. Now, next up is you need to go and find out what is a monthly value. Now, to do that, this is what you will do. So you will go and find out something like this. So difference. So difference over yearly benefit multiplied by 12. Why 12? Because we have 12 months in a year. So to do that, you'll get is equals to 14,000 divided by 20,000 multiplied by 12. So you get your answer as 8.4. Now 8.4 here is months. That means you're saying in 4 years and 8.4 months, you were able to cater for the entire cost of 63,000. Okay. Now let's go and do this. Let's go and calculate this. So if we do, let's just try this for example. If you do 20,000 divide by 12, it gives you a monthly figure. That means in a month between year 4 and year 5, that's your total benefit. Now, if you multiply by 8.4, it should give you 14,000. Why 14,000? Because we are saying 49,000 plus 14,000 gives you a value of $63,000. So within 8.4 months, the entire 14,000 is well covered. All right, this is what you're saying, or this is what we are saying based on the calculations that we have done here. So what we want to do next is do this. So we have done $20,000. That's the difference between the two. $20,000 divided by 12 gives a value of $1,666.67. So if you multiply by 8.4, it should give you a value of 14. That should re-verify that your answer is correct. So let's try this out. Is equals to the value multiplied by 8.4. It gives us $14,000. That means this answer is correct. Now, this is a bit confusing. However, you have to think mathematically in order to do this kind of things. Okay, I'll give you about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Clearly, I'll give you 5 minutes to go and have a look at this. Try this on your own. In fact, take 10 minutes. Try this on your own and see where you go wrong. Okay, and let me know. So it's 10:23 at the moment. I'll give you time till 10:33. Is that fine with everyone? Try it on your own and let me know where you go wrong or what things you're not able to understand. All right, it will be good for you to ask me straight up so that I can verify and I can correct you. 10 minutes, people, use it well. Okay, you have 5 more minutes. Please ensure that you try out these exercises very, very well. Okay, try to learn them properly. There's a likely chance these things also may come up in your final exam. Okay, so that sums up your 10 minutes. Any questions, any queries, anyone? Any questions, any queries from anyone? No, all is well? All of you able to understand the concept very, very well? Okay, if no questions, let's go and try to complete the second exercise from there. Okay, so in here, okay, in ABAC analysis exercise 2, initial cost of the system is 40,000 and you have some values. Now, very much similar, okay, to what we had in the previous exercise. Now, take 10 more minutes and try to complete this exercise. Let's see if you're able to do it without the sample answers given to you, okay? I think you're not able to see the screen. There you go. Should be able to see it now. All right. So ABAC analysis exercise 2 from the model shell. Okay. Your initial cost is $40,000. You have some costs, you have some benefits, out of which you are supposed to calculate the cumulative costs, the cumulative benefits, and what is the payback period. Okay, so you have 10 minutes with you. Okay, take about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and try to get this done. All right, and after that, I'll go and mark this up. Very, very quickly, everyone, try to get this done. Okay, how is everyone doing? Is there anyone who has already finished the exercise? Anyone has already finished exercise? Janesh, Monish, Musharat, have you finished exercise already, or do you need some more time?
Finished.
Finished, okay. Janesh?
Finished, sir.
Finished. What about you, Monish?
Yes, sir.
Finished, Monish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go and mark that up, all right? So very quickly, what I will do is, okay, now, so first of all, we'll go and find out the cumulative cost for year 0. So like I mentioned here, for year 0, your initial costs would be stipulated in, okay? And this is what we'll get. So cumulative cost for year 0 will be equal to the cost that is incurred to buy the system. Now, cumulative costs for year 1 is going to be costs for year 0 plus the costs for year 1. Okay, I think it's just because of this. There you go. All right. I think we need to correct all of these up. And let's go and align this properly. Okay. After that, to find the cumulative cost for year 2, so total cost for year 1 plus the costs for year 2 gives you a value of 57,000. Next up, to find the cumulative cost for year 3, total cost for year 2 plus the cost for year 3 gives you $59,000. Cumulative cost for year 4 is going to be the total cost for year 3 plus the costs for year 4, that gives you $67,000. Next up is the cumulative cost for year 5, so total cost of year 4 plus the costs for year 5. That gives us a total value of $69,000 as your total cumulative cost for year 5. Now, is there any queries? All of us are on the same track. Do we have the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's go and find out the cumulative benefits for all these years. So let me go and remove this space that we have. Okay. Alrighty, so we have this. Let me align this very, very quickly to the left-hand side. There we go. Now, for year 0, cumulative cost would be the benefit that you have for $15,000. So we have that. After that, the cumulative benefits for year 1 is going to be the total cost for year 0 plus the cost for year 1. That's $25,000. Next up, you have total costs for, we're trying to find out the cumulative benefits, not cost, sorry, the benefits for year 2. It will be the total benefits of year 1 plus the benefit of year 2, which gives us a total of $45,000. Next up, to find the cumulative benefits for year 3, so you have $45,000 plus, okay, $15,000 is your cost for year 3, which is $60,000. Next up, for year 4, cumulative benefits will be calculated, and to do that, total benefits for year 3 plus the benefit for year 4, which is $70,000. Finally, okay, for year 5, the cumulative benefits would be the total benefits of year 4 plus the benefit of year 5, which gives us a total of $80,000. So that is a total benefit derived at the end of year 5. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Now, what do we do? What do we need to do next is this, is to find out what is the payback period. Now, to find out the payback period, we need to reach to a break-even point whereby your cumulative cost is equals to cumulative benefits. So if the benefits from that point onwards would mean your system is only deriving benefits or profits henceforth. Okay. Now to find the payback period, so year 0, so there's a difference of $25,000. So that's not the year. Now for year 2, cost is $52,000 and your benefit is 25. Still, there's a huge difference. Again, for year 2, your cost is 57, benefit is 45. So no way it's even close. Now have a look at year 3. Your cost is 59 and the benefit is 60. So somewhere between year 2 and year 3, what happens is that your benefit surpasses the total costs. So in that case, that means the payback period has to do with these values. Okay, and we'll also go and have a look at the value that you have up for year 2, the cumulative benefits. So like mentioned earlier, the very first thing that we are going to do, have a look at this. We are going to calculate the difference between the total costs of the year 3 and the total benefits of year 2. So first thing, so what we're going to do is cumulative costs year 1 minus cumulative benefits year 1. Okay, so it's pretty simple. What you're going to do is, so we'll do 59,000 minus the salary reference for 45 is E5. Over here, we get a value of 14,000 also. All right. Do we get the same answer, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. If you have a difference and if you are confused in anything, do let me know. So after this, your next phase is you will go and find out what is the difference between year 3 and year 2. 15,000 is the difference, but we'll calculate it anyway. So you have cumulative benefits year 3 in this case minus cumulative benefits year 2. So that gives you a value of 60,000 minus 45,000, 15,000 is a value. In fact, you have the answer there. There's the difference. Now, once you have that, the final stage is we'll go and see what is our payback period. To do that, what you're going to do is you will go and use this, okay? The difference minus the yearly benefits multiplied by 12. So difference minus the yearly benefits multiplied by 12. So therefore equals to, so your difference in this case is 14,000, and then you will divide it by your yearly benefit, which is $15,000, and then multiply by 12. So you get your answer as 11.2. This is months, by the way. Why months? Because you're multiplying by 12. Now, why 12? 12 months in a year. Okay. Now, if we go and divide this up and try to re-verify if our answer is correct or not, so the difference is $15,000 and you divide it by 12. So you get your value as 1250. So equals to 1250 multiplied by 11.2 gives you a value of 14,000. True. That is correct then. So therefore, your total payback period is 2 years. This is year 2, by the way. 2 years and 11.2 months. Do we have the same answer, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So all okay with the payback analysis, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir. Okay. Let me give you another example, just to ensure that you know this very, very well. Okay, start up with this. Find the cumulative costs, find the cumulative benefits, and also find out the payback period. You have 15 minutes to get this done. 1-5. Okay, is there anyone who needs more time on this? Janesh, Monish, and Musharat, do you need more time? Just let me know if you need more time.
No, sir.
Okay, so Musharat, you have completed. Janesh, you have also, Monish have completed. Janesh, you?
Yes, sir.
Completed? Okay, yes. So let's go and mark this up. All right. I hope that you are clearly able to see the screens in front of you. Shared screen rather. Okay, now for year 0, the cost is going to be 100,000. Okay, so your cumulative cost would be the cost for year 0. Cumulative cost for year 1 will be equal to the total cost of year 0 plus the cost for year 1, so 120,000. Next up, your cumulative cost for year 2 would be the total cost of year 1 plus the cost of year 2, 135,000. Next up is to find the cumulative cost for year 3 is the total cost of year 2 plus the cost of year 3, that is $147,000. Next up is the total cost of year 3 plus the cost of year 4 is $157,000. Finally, to find out the cumulative cost for year 5 is the total cost of year 4 plus the cost that is incurred for year 5, $162,000. And I would indent this to centered at the moment. Then likewise, the same thing you are going to do with cumulative benefits. So equals to, so the benefit for year 0 would be your cumulative benefit. To find out the cumulative benefit for year 1 is the total cost for year 0, benefits rather, not cost but benefits, the total benefits of year 0 plus the benefit of year 1, which is $45,000. Next up, to find the cumulative benefit for year 2, it's the total benefit of year 1 plus the benefit of year 2 gives a value of $72,500. Then next is the total cost of year 2 plus the, not cost, sorry, the total benefit of year 2 plus the benefit of year 3 gives a value of $102,500. And next, the cumulative benefit for year 4 is equals to, okay, so the total benefit of year 3 plus the benefit of year 4 is $137,500. And then finally, to find out the cumulative benefit for year 5 is the total benefit of year 4 plus the benefit of year 5 is $167,500. For once, I thought that our benefit might not go and exceed the costs. Okay. Now there can be instances as such. So what do you do? If it doesn't, there's no break-even point found, so you can say that there's no payback period. That means the entire system goes into a overcost or into a failure mode. Now, we found that. So next up, we'll go and find out the payback analysis or the payback year rather. So a payback year, you must have guessed it, it's in year 5, whereby you have $162,000 for your total cumulative costs and $167,500 as your total benefit. By the way, total and cumulative, they mean the same thing, okay? So I will go and highlight this into yellow, likewise this, and also the value on year 4 benefits. Now, next up, what we're going to do is we'll go and find out the difference between cumulative cost year 5 and cumulative benefits year 4. So cumulative costs year 5 minus cumulative benefits year 4. So in this case, we get our answer as 162,000 minus 137,500. Your value is $24,500. So that is a difference that needs to be created between year 4 and year 5. So finally, you'd want to go and find out what is the difference between cumulative benefits year 5 and cumulative benefits year 4. In fact, it would be 30,000. Okay, because this is the difference. If you want, you can even calculate is equals to 167,500 minus 137,500 gives you a value of 30,000. Now, once you're done with that, so you will do the difference of year 4 and year 5, this difference for 1, okay? And then you'll place it over, okay, the yearly benefit multiply by 12. So you should be able to get an answer. So equals to 24,500 divided by 30,000 multiplied by 12. So the value that you get is 9.8 months. Why months? 12 is equivalent to months. Okay. Now in this case, what we'll do is to re-verify. Let's go and try this out. To re-verify, you'll take in the value of 30,000 and divide it by 12. That means the total benefit per month is 2,500. So it will do equal to 2,500 multiplied by 9.8 should give you a value of 24,500. If the value is same, look at these two values. If they are same, that means you are correct. And you have not done anything wrong in that case. Now, any questions, any queries, anyone? No? Okay, if no questions or no queries, this is all that we had for today's class on payback analysis. And this is the payback analysis. We call it as payback analysis without discount, like the title of the document is. Now, next week's lecture class will calculate how to go around doing a payback analysis with the use of net present value and the use of discount, and also will calculate return on investment in next week's class. So if you'd like to go and do some more, if you would like to go and try it out yourself, go and do NPV plus discount rate on YouTube. And you should be able to find a lot of videos on that, or you can just simply do a Google search. Be prepared for next week's class. Now, before we actually go and knock off the class for today, I want you, all of you, to go around and onto Moodle page, go into your grade section and see if you have missed on to any lecture-based quiz. If you have, now I have posted reminders not last week, but yesterday to almost, I've checked around each and every student's record, and I have sent you a message. Probably if you are one of those who are very behind in lecture-based quizzes, please try to attempt that, okay? Apart from that, if you have covered all your weekly lecture-based notes, lecture-based quizzes rather, you have done your mid-semester exam already, your short test will be either next week. In fact, I'll open it up for 2 weeks from next week all the way down to Will 15. You can take time and get it done. And also you will finish up your project by Sunday. Now, if you finish it up by Sunday and submit it well before time, by next week Friday, it will be marked and you'll be able to get your marks with you, okay? So this is where I'll knock off the class for today. However, please, I'd like you to go and use the remainder of the 40 to 50 minutes to go and attempt all your lecture-based quizzes and get it over with. Once you get it done, things will be simple. You won't have a lot of burden on you to go and finish so much things for CIN603. Is that fine, everyone? Any questions, any queries? No? If no questions or no queries, this is where I will knock off the class for today. Thank you very much for joining in. Please work hard for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And after that, you're done with the semester. Okay, try to give in your all. Do not waste time. Have adequate rest. At the same time, do a bit of exercise. Keep yourself healthy and fit. Eat well. At the same time, keep up with your revision. Keep up with your studies. In next week's lecture class, we should be able to finish up with payback analysis with discount. In the tutorial class, we'll start working on our revision. Okay, everyone? Till then, take care, stay safe. See you all in next week's class. Thank you.